Hey guys, whoa, you can see our faces again. That's never thought this would
Whoa.
happen.
I know. It's a Halloween miracle,
You
actually.
almost said Christmas. We're already off to a great start.
Oops.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but not this much has changed, but we are wearing costumes. We don't always wear these. I know you wouldn't know that recently,
What you
but we're
talking about, man? These are my work clothes.
you wear that under your normal stuff whenever we record
Hell yeah.
secretly. But yeah, since it is this will come out on Halloween, but since this is like our Halloween special, we're gonna take a slight break from the episode by episode coverage and cover like two comics. But like yeah, like we just thought this would be fun, like a nice little break. And let's be honest, I wanted to kind of take a break from the imminent Patty and Barry thing breaking up.
We both did.
We are covering comics again,
Yes.
it's your favorite Flash actually that we're
Oh yeah.
covering.
Wally West, yeah, which I told Alex about this off mic. I was confused at first until I was like, "Oh wait, he's with Linda Park. That's Wally West, but his costume is just very similar to Barry Allen's, just with white eyes."
Yeah. Um, we are covering part of Mark Waid's Born to Run.
Yeah,
That wasn't an intentional thing, but
it never is.
yeah, but you kind of can't avoid it. It's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah.
So we're covering Flash 68 and 69. Nice.
I wasn't gonna do it if you didn't, so I'm glad you started that one.
You guys know, you know what kind of show this is, but
Yeah, we're not afraid of that kind of humor.
yeah, of course not. But it's written by Mark Waid and LaRock. How do you say that? It's like Rocque.
LaRoque? LaRoque?
LaRoque. Okay, yeah,
Could
we
be
can say
LaRoque
LaRoque.
or LaRoque.
Yeah.
No, I think it's LaRoque. I am pretty sure it's LaRoque.
LaRock. So Greg LaRock drew it, and then inks by Jose Marzan Jr. So like I'm not as familiar with that artist, but like I did like his art. I thought his
Oh
art
yeah.
was very good.
Yeah, I like his art for Wally West as well, and all the characters in this definitely.
Yeah,
But Wally's the main one that we see, obviously, because he's the Flash.
yeah, and this one like the peek behind the curtain a little bit. Some of you longtime listeners know this, but this came out weirdly enough. This was not an intentional thing, but the year I was born, 92, which is kind of crazy in September.
Yeah, we
I
were we
think.
were talking about that off mic. I brought this up to Alex that I want to do a Flash issue from 2004, and I Googled it because that's the year I was born. I Googled it. Apparently, there's a Christmas issue from the 2004 era of Flash, and it's
Yeah,
also Wally West. So that could be interesting for our Christmas special, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
yeah, definitely. So like issue 68, and I guess we'll just go by each one. So we'll start with issue 68. It's the front cover says Abracadabra Returns slash like hat trick, but the interior I thought that was the title, but then the interior says Misdirection is the title.
Yeah.
So kind of interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really pick up on that. I was just like, "Oh, okay, this is another abracadabra issue. That's cool."
He shows up later in the Flash like that this character does. I'm pretty sure if correctly, he's played by that Des Mulchin guy who plays
Oh
Polka
shit,
Dot
David
Man.
Desmalchin is fucking
Yeah,
abracadabra.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he is not like
Oh,
this though.
damn.
This one is its own kind of it's
Yeah.
kind of horror like scary. That's why we're gonna
Yeah.
cover this. But to kind of go loosely into the plot, we because this one is just gonna be a little bit more laid back compared to the
Yeah,
other ones
our
because we're
our
gonna talk
comics
about some.
coverage typically is that way.
Yeah, so we're gonna this is coming off the old the old dome. So anyway, so it kind of opens up with like the Flash like playing against like a basketball team and there was like a script, right, where they did something similar to this. Am I
Wasn't it?
remembering this correctly?
I think it was motocross or like dirt bikes or something or like
Okay.
NASCAR or whatever. I think it's in one of the scripts after Goyer. Because he has
Yeah.
like I remember because it says he has the milk mustache on a Got Milk ad.
Was it it was the one, was it one of the ones written by the Berlanti
No, it wasn't one of the
oh, it wasn't
Berlanti
one of
ones. I
those.
think it was the
Oh,
Chris Brancato
was it the
one.
one with the aliens? Is that the one?
No, it was after
Oh,
Goyer.
okay.
So I'm pretty sure it was Chris Brancato, but I could be wrong on that. If any of our audience know, leave it in the comments.
Yeah. But so like that was kind of fun. I could definitely see like in one of the, if they had more than one movie, one of the Flash movies in the future. Dude, I mean I
No,
could see James Gunn's Flash doing this at some
honestly,
point.
I thought of this when I was reading it. I was like, this is the most 1990s shit I have ever read in a comic book. I can so see that happening in a movie like he's at a Lakers game and he just dunks on motherfuckers and they're all like, huh?
But yeah, so he actually, this one I got right here is the one that burned the feet up. I'm pretty sure this one is Wally West.
Oh,
Like
nice.
the eyes, yeah, the
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It
there's that
looks like
one.
Flash Zorro, like the Bizarro Flash.
He does look really, we talked about this before. He looks weirdly aggressive, but
Yeah.
the eyes, like that was the other thing too. I don't know if you feel the same way, but like Barry's design, I feel like might fit Wally a little bit better because like Wally's supposed to be a more goofy, like fun character, and like the wide eyes kind of make him look a little bit menacing
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean, I can see it. It really just depends on the way that Wally's drawn, but
That's
here I
true.
would like in the Justice League cartoon, that outfit is perfect for Wally
Oh yeah,
West.
that was
Um,
great.
but I do think yes, there are points in this comic where the white eyes are kind of you look a little evil there, Wally.
Yeah, not everyone could pull off the wide eyes apparently.
Yeah, hope the same can't be, so far anyway, in my opinion, the same can't be said for live action comic book movies because both Mr.
Yeah.
Terrific and Wolverine kicked ass with white eyes.
Yeah, or even if we want to look at the CW verse, whenever they would do that in Batwoman, like there would be moments where they'd have the
That's
wide eyes in
right.
Batwoman. It looked
I
good.
forgot about that. I haven't seen much of Batwoman, but I do remember seeing a clip of that.
Yeah, it looks solid. It's fan films have done it before that. Like there was that dead end thing where you kind of see that too. It's not a hard effect
Yeah.
to pull off, but yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to do an effect similar to that on a Nightwing mask that I
yeah,
bought at a comic convention. I figured out a way to do it, so I'm just trying to
nice.
get it to actually work.
But yeah. So he like there's a point where like we're gonna kind of skip past that to the next part. So there's a guy who is like, so Abracadabra's kind of been gone slash dead, I guess. Or like he's
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
not present. Like he's just not been around recently. And
Yeah.
so the like there's a guy that is kind of like you see with like some people who like in poor taste kind of will like replicate or try to like name themselves after certain problematic figures. There's this
Yeah.
magician who names himself Abracadabra and like doesn't listen to Wally's warnings about how it's like, hey, you're basically baiting him by doing this.
Yeah, you are actively pissing him off and he will find you. I also think that Bro's costume is the epitome of wrestling in the 1990s. Like, I'm not a wrestling guy by any sense of the word, but his costume just looks like a wrestling outfit more
I
than like
could
a
see this.
magician.
I could see if it certain elements of it were pared down a little bit. I could kind of see this being an episode of the Flash show, like
Oh,
to an
yeah.
extent. I could kind of see that.
Yeah, like, and it's in line because the costume here and Wally's physique look similar to the John Wesley Ship Flash.
Yeah, he is pretty shredded for for I mean like to be fair, that's how they were all drawing them back
Yeah.
then. Like the whole I don't think the runner's body thing really became like a strong thing until like later, an idea that they really ran
It,
with until later.
no, Alex, let's be honest with ourselves. It was probably Jeff Johns
Yeah, probably.
because
But
he did a lot of shit like that.
yeah, that's fair. But there was like after that we have a moment where he tries to do the fake abracadabra, or like the guy that's not really the villain
Yeah.
tries to do the magic trick, and then like he
Which is disappearing behind some like giant ass playing cards.
like And then does he like, do you remember, does he like die or like does he just like
Um,
disappear?
well, I actually have the comic pulled up on my phone.
Nice.
It looks like he just bursts into a ball of. Oh, he disappears into the card because of the real Abra coming back. Like he comes back from the ball of fire caused from fake Abra's trick and then traps the faker inside of the card.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
they're
my phone won't focus on it, but
cool. Oh
there we
yeah,
go.
nice.
Yeah,
But
he traps bro in the card.
yeah, and then they obviously think it's one of those things where they think it's like
There we
part of the
go.
act basically.
Sorry, I was
Um
waiting for my camera to come back.
Oh no, you're good. They think it's part of the act though, basically, where like we get our first look at Abra in this version, and he is like a weird, like kind of melty, like it looks like a burn victim, basically.
Yeah, yeah, he looks like Anakin Skywalker at the end of episode 3. Yeah, bro is terrifying in this. Like,
Except he still has his stupid ass like mustache and like little like devil's beard and
well, he
everything.
has
Like
some
it's
of his hair too.
ridiculous.
At least in this first panel, he's got some of his hair too still on like the back of his head. But yeah,
Yeah.
this was jarring for me as my only exposure to Abra is from Young Justice.
Hmm.
He does not fucking look anywhere close to that, so I'm just like, what the hell?
That was the thing, is like they explain it, but like I think, and I have like a theory on this, and we'll kind of get into it as we get farther into this issue. But like I kind of think that Mark Waid was doing a thing with this, like kind of like it's like a dark version of this character, maybe because it's one, sometimes they do that with like comic book characters where they'll be like, oh, this character is a joke. I'm gonna make him less of a joke. Like I'm reminded of Kevin Smith's when he wrote Polka Dot Man, except his version of him sewed his eyes shut and stuff like that. And it was just this weird interpretation where I'm
Huh?
just like, bro, you don't have to do edgelord stuff with him. Just like if you're gonna write that character, just write him. Like it's
I
just
mean,
coming
but
off
I
edgelordy.
feel like that's kind of expected with Kevin Smith though, because like I
Yeah.
like his movies, I like his writing, but like that doesn't seem too far out of character. Like it's weird,
Mhm.
but it doesn't seem too far out of character.
Yeah, I do like, for the record, I don't know if we'll ever cover them on Night of the Batman, but like I do like Widening Gyre. I haven't gone back. So Batman books, I read Cacophony and Widening Gyre when they originally came out, and I remember I think Widening Gyre is better. I think Cacophony was just like the art and also the story were just like okay from my
Uh,
memory.
yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to an older episode of your other show, Superhero Stuff You Should Know, one of the Patreon episodes where y'all
Hmm.
were covering those arcs, because I'm like, I'm in a real Kevin Smith mood right now because I was starting his Green Arrow run at the time, so I'm like, all right, I'll see what Kevin Smith did with Batman. Eh.
Yeah. I just wish he'd finish a run. You know what I mean? Because like
Wait, does he
that's the
not finish
thing.
Green Arrow? I stopped reading for a while. I
I
was
don't
like
know if he
3 issues
doesn't.
in.
I don't know if he like he. I think he writes up until like the story arc is done, but like with I
Uh,
know famously with like the Daredevil stuff, he never finished that, and then like with the Batman thing, he never finished that either. Like it
yeah.
infamously ends on like a cliffhanger with Silver St. Cloud.
I heard him
So
talking about that on Fat Man on Batman.
yeah, he's not gonna. I mean, like, unless they just do it. I mean, he's got time. I'll give him props here. He seems to have gotten his life back together to an extent.
Oh
Apparently,
yeah.
he's going through a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff. But speaking of going through a bunch of stuff,
Yeah, off the Kevin Smith tangent because you'll
yeah,
have me here for like the next 10 hours.
yeah. So Abra, like, kind of explains what happened to him. Like, he was like like he says like Flash like killed him or something, or like he was infused with like they find out he was infused with his like teleporting technology or some
Yeah.
of his technology, and like it's they give the Thor explanation for like how he's able to do magic, as in like he's from the far future, like the 64th century,
Yeah.
and so like it's like, oh, it just seems like magic to you, like that whole thing
Yeah. Your
basically.
people call it magic.
Yeah. And so we meet Peregrine uh
Yeah, Peregrine, I think.
because she doesn't have a name. She's like a future. I'm just gonna call her like a future like time cop,
Yeah,
basically.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm a time cop from the future, should be taken very seriously. Few people are going to get that reference. You do not, Alex, because you've
What is
told me
that?
you haven't seen that movie.
What is that reference from?
It's Meet the Robinsons, the
Oh,
Disney
okay.
film.
Solid, like still funny and apt, even if you don't like know the
Yeah,
reference, still pretty funny.
yeah,
But yeah, so this like some of just like the visuals and just how like the reason why we picked this first one is like just how he looks, like how Abra looks, and just like the kind of like him talking about like how he's banished to hell and stuff like that. And he, oh yeah, because that's the other thing. He says that he was able to beat because someone said, oh, like he's like Houdini or something like that. He's
yeah.
like, I'm not Houdini. He did the one thing that he said. I did one thing he said he never could. I came back from the dead.
Yeah, I love that panel. He's like, "How dare you? Houdini was a charlatan, a cheat, a base fraud." Like that was just hilarious. I
Yeah,
screenshotted that because I'm like, I sent it to a couple people. I'm like, this is just fucking funny.
yeah, I know it's comics, man. But yeah, so
Particularly 90s comic. Well, although the 90s were where they kind of started getting darker, but
that going case in point with how he looks basically.
yeah.
But
Wow.
yes. So getting back to Peregrine, she is there basically to arrest him and like take him back to the future. And so like we get the end of this is they both kind of get like stranded, like they like a fight breaks out between him and the Flash, and they get stranded in the future. And then before we continue this, you had kind of a critique of the first issue based off what it reminded you of.
What did I say
You
about
said it
that?
was like Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah, this issue is mid as fuck and really confusing. But the end,
Damn.
well, okay. The end just kind of throws the Flash into the future and then it just
Mm,
ends. Like,
yeah, fair.
spoilers, the Peacemaker season 2 finale, where they just kind of dump Peacemaker on Salvation. You hear a couple creatures roaring in the background, and then they don't do anything else about it, and it just ends. That's the reason why I was like, oh, this has a Peacemaker style ending, except we get the conclusion a lot sooner than we're probably going to get it for Peacemaker.
Yeah, true. That was the thing. It's like at least with this, it was followed up immediately, and like with the Peacemaker stuff, that stuff will be followed up. It'll just be followed up in
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, no, that I wasn't criticizing that. I'm just like we get the immediate follow-up,
It
whereas
is it is
this,
jarring though. I'll give you that
yeah.
because like you're kind of following it. I'm like, oh, this would be cool because I remember it being a lot like creepy, like visuals, and it does
Yeah.
have that. But like, and then like it kind of just I forgot about like the weird hook it throws you with, where it's like all of a sudden we're doing a different kind of thing now.
Yeah,
It's
because
turned into
Peregrine is introduced
sci-fi.
in the middle of the fucking issue in a Marvel Rivals ass costume. If you play that game, you know what I mean. But
Oh, you mean
like,
with the cake basically and stuff? Yeah, it's
yeah,
90s. Speaking of 90s, man.
yeah. I literally just posted a YouTube short today about Marvel Rival skins. But anyway, yeah, it's just it is very confusing upon first read. I was just like, huh? Like I had never
Yeah,
even heard of the character of Peregrine before. I'm just like, who the fuck is this?
yeah. So going into issue 69 called Future Tense or Future Tense or Beat the Clock. Beat the Clock is actually the title, I'm pretty sure, of an episode of the 90s Flash show. So
Oh,
like
nice.
that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, so this would have come out after that show was like, it started and ended basically because it started in 90 and ended in 91 or near
Oh, yeah.
91. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole issue is like a different feel to it. We're in this future society where basically so like it's like about like they're about like it's time, right? So they're about like time patrol kind of people
Yeah.
and like
Not like Legion of Superheroes Time Patrol, like budget Legion of Superheroes.
yeah, they have the Clockwork City, and then there's followers of Abra that want like free will, basically, because they have this thing that controls everything. And then the Chronarch, like who's the ruler? Like, what did you think of his design? Like, it's kind of just like the space. It looked like something from like an 80s movie. I kind of liked it.
Which is exactly my thought. You ever seen oh fuck. You ever seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Yeah.
The freaking robot that the kid builds that shows up in the
Oh,
dream world, Tobor, it
I could
looks
see
like
it.
that. It really reminded me of Tobor from that movie. I was like, what the fuck?
I have a funny story like regarding that movie. So like I we had seen that like I was older whenever I'd first seen that movie.
Yeah.
And so we I think I was in after school and like me and my buddy who were like I was in like 6th grade and I think he was like maybe a grade younger than me
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
Like so we are just sitting there and then there's that scene where like Shark Boy is sitting like on the edge somewhere and then like one of these like crappy looking CGI sharks comes up, just looks at him and just starts talking. It's like, what's wrong, Shark Boy? And then like me and my friend just look at
Oh
each other,
shit.
just burst out laughing, and we keep laughing so hard that like she like the counselor like makes him like sit outside and I
Yeah.
have to like hold in my laughter
Oh
because how
Lord.
stupid that was.
Oh, yeah. That like that's one of those movies where it's like, yes, objectively, when you watch it as an adult, completely stupid, but it just for sheer nostalgia is
Yeah.
still one of my favorite movies. It's like the original Scooby-Doo. Yes, it's probably a bad movie. I watched it yesterday morning. Fantastic piece of cinema. Like critically speaking, probably a bad movie, sure. I don't give a shit. It is
We reviewed
cinema.
it on What Mean back in the day, me and
I
Trip
gotta
like a
listen
few
to
years
that.
ago. Yeah, I'll send you the link. But
All right.
yeah, so we like so like obviously Wally sees all this and he's like, this is kind of fucked. Like he's like looking, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of looking at this like, this whole fascism thing. Because you were even making a point about this too with the whole like free will stuff. Did you want to talk about that or
I'm not gonna go in depth because I don't like talking about politics in like just in general. But
okay?
yeah, we'll just say it felt a little bit too real for today's time. If anybody is listening in the future and you yourself are a time traveler, we are recording this in 2025. Shit's
Save
fucked
us
right
if
now.
you're save
Yeah,
us if you're a time
if you are a
traveler.
time traveler, please Legion of Superheroes us. But
Yeah,
like, yeah, no, shit's fucked right now. And so I was reading this and I'm like, oh no, 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 no.
yeah, can't escape it. But
Yeah.
yeah. So like he wants to go and like he basically talks to Abra and gets them to like play a distraction and get people's attention because like the time traveling the time cops, I'm just gonna call them that, want
Yeah.
to like take him out, and so like he is able to stop Peregrine for like a second and gets all this attention and then gets some pretty dope armor, bro, I guess, because all of a sudden he's wearing, I don't know if it's cool looking or not. Like it's kind of like this metal thing with like playing cards all over it. What did you think of his
Yeah.
armor?
I thought it was fucking badass. The helmet looked a little too peacemakery. Like the helmet's just like this silver thing looks a little like peacemaker, but I'm still just like,
Very
that's
80s.
yeah, that's very cool though.
Yeah, I liked it. But so he's distracting them while Wally goes to the Central Clockworks. So like he it's kind of funny. I remember this moment. He goes in thinking he's like, well, I'll just destroy these gears and stuff so they'll have like some
Yeah.
free will. He looks, it's just a bunch of floating shit and
Yeah,
like
it's
this like
just like green lights. It almost looks like a Green Lantern construct.
it almost looks like the inside of like a lava lamp or something
Yeah,
with
that
like just
too.
how gooey and green
I
everything is.
I want to bring this up because I brought this up
Sure.
last time we covered a comic book or like when we did Flash of Two Worlds. Did you hear any specific like actor who's portrayed the Flash in your head while you were reading this? Because I heard two different ones between these two issues.
I honestly like because I was just like more taken with the visuals. Sometimes I definitely do that, but like I didn't have one for this time. Maybe I would maybe say Michael Rosen pushed,
Yeah. Yeah,
you
that's
know.
he I had his voice for the second issue for 69, haha. But for 67 it was Jason Spizak, the guy who plays Kid Flash in Young Justice. His
Ooh,
voice just fit more with that for me. I'm like, Wally is dead in air quotes in Young Justice. I'm delusional. I still don't believe it, but he
It's
he would have made
canceled now though, so I'm kind of depressed.
it's not canceled, it's just not being picked up. So,
That means canceled.
I know, yeah. It's a
Uh,
nice way of saying fuck you, your favorite show is canceled. But I mean, par
doing
for
the
the
dumb and
course.
doing the dumb and dumber thing of like, so you're saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance. Yeah, par for the course for Young Justice at this point. I come
I'm
to
just
expect
glad.
cancellations and hiatuses. So,
I'm just glad we're getting another season of My Adventures, which I've heard. Yeah, I know you wearing the super and me like I'm like, dude, trust me, I'm all about canceled like shows because look what
yeah.
I'm literally wearing the
Yeah,
Green
you're wearing
Arrow
fucking Green Arrow
from the
outfit. Yeah.
CW. Yeah, so like I made a whole show basically commemorating a universe that no longer exists, but
Literally, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for My Adventures with Superman season 3.
that'd be great.
Um they're doing Superboy,
Yeah,
which is weird
I
and
heard
also
Future
kind of cool.
Trunks-esque is what they said, like Future
Yeah,
Trunks.
which made me think because he's got a little bit of a darker complexion compared to Clark. Is he their kid? Like
Yeah,
they're
that's what the
Lois and
theory
Clark's
is.
actual kid this time. I will give credit where credit's due because she will kill me if I don't. My girlfriend actually brought that up before I even thought of it because I showed her the picture when they first revealed like first looks at season 3. She's like, kind of looks like Lois and
Hmm.
Clark. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's probably what they're doing here.
Since I can't claim like full credit either, we actually recently on the night of the Batman that hasn't been released yet, me and the Men of Steel podcast talked about that, and they were talking about like, and they kind of brought that to my attention. But I remember first hearing it on when they had the red versus
Oh,
blue
overly
guys on.
sarcastic productions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not red versus
I
blue, but
do
red and
remember
blue.
listening to that.
Yeah, yeah, where they kind of floated that idea too.
Yeah, because I mean, it makes not to go on my Adventures with Superman tangent, but it makes the most sense realistically because like we just got Lex hating Superman in
Mm-hmm.
season 2, and so like if they want to also incorporate the Legion, which is
Mm-hmm.
also my theory that he comes with the Legion because they're typically associated with Superboy in some way. So if you want to incorporate the Legion and have it hit closer to Clark without making him Superboy, just bring in his son from the future, make him Superboy with the Legion, and then you stop whatever threat's coming.
Yeah.
Probably just Lex in a power suit. So the Legion might be a little overkill, but
Yeah. So basically after this we get so like the whole thing with Abra is he always wants an audience and
yeah,
he loves being the center of attention, and so like
hey,
Wally
like
like
Lex.
yeah, yeah. Wally gives him that chance, like as I said earlier, he's playing like the distraction while he goes and messes with the clockworks. And so he's able to stop it by like speeding up basically, and gives everyone free will, which throws everything into chaos where where he goes back and he's like, all right, this is over, and then like kind of tricks because he needs to get back home. He
Yeah,
tricks like Peregrine to sending him and Abra back in time. And so, like, because they're gonna kill him otherwise. And
yeah.
so, he gets put back where he had last left off, which was them battling and falling from like a bridge, basically. And so, like, he's
Gwen
able to
Stacy
stop it.
style.
Yeah, and so luckily they don't fare as poorly as they did, and we get this kind of sad ending where
Yeah,
like Abra is arrested and he just desperately wants like them to like pay attention to his act and everything, and he's just like left to rot in
yeah.
prison basically, like kind of like a very Twilight Zone-esque like kind of ending, and like kind of like what I'm saying in my notes, like yeah, two different tones of horror in this. We have both like the dystopian kind of horror with like the
Yeah,
Chronarch and everything, and then the first one much more of just like the grotesque kind of body horror of like having
yeah.
this like like mutilated guy, and like him talking about like hell and how he came back
What
from
we
the
could
dead.
probably expect from that Clayface movie is like where I got to with what you were just saying is we could
Hmm.
probably that's probably going to be what Clayface is.
Yeah. I could definitely agree with that. So what did you overall like what were your thoughts on these two issues?
I mean, hey, for someone who'd never read him before, it was actually pretty solid. Do you want me to go into my lightning bolts for this one?
Well, first off, I think we'll say that Mark Waid guy, he might have a future with with writing some DC properties, let's
And that
just say.
future might be here faster than you think.
Nice. But yeah,
I
like
always have to reference that.
I enjoyed it. And I definitely it wasn't like quite what I remember. I remember it being creepier, but like, kind of fitting into that mood of like these two different kinds. It kind of ends tragically, kind of like one
Yeah.
of those like, he gets his just desserts, as they say, where
I
he's,
I don't know.
locked away.
I meant to mention this as you were talking about it. For
Yeah,
some
sure.
reason, the ending just really reminds me of Batman Forever, where Dr. Meridian or where Chase and Dr. Burton go to see the Riddler, and he's like,
Hmm.
"Who's afraid of the big black bat?" Like it just really reminded me of that scene for some reason. I have no idea why.
Well, maybe it's just because it's like a desperate like villain,
Yeah,
behind bars and still like kind of delusional,
and
basically.
because I like Batman Forever, so
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you're not alone there.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm
definitely
a
not.
big fan. But so yeah, so we can do our lightning bolts. I guess we can just do it since this is like kind of like a two-issue arc. We can kind of do it
Yeah.
together as one. So you can go first if you want, and
All
then
right. Yeah, I'll take it first. I'm thinking we're if we're doing both together as one
oh
score.
wait, shouldn't we do heart humor spectacle first and then do lightning bolts?
Oh yeah, sure. You're
Yeah.
probably right. You should go first on that one though, because you're more prepared for that than me.
Okay. I'm actually not, but I will go first.
Well, you have notes. As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
means you're more prepared than I am.
So the heart might be just the stuff like with Abra, like wanting, like as weird as it is, like him just desperately wanting like approval or like some sort of attention, basically for his
Yeah.
act and for his talent, whether that be misplaced or not. The humor would be like I'm trying to like honestly just that fun beginning part with Wally just cutting up with the basketball
Just
team.
dunking on motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was fun. I love that. And then the spectacle would be all that future stuff. That stuff was cool,
Oh
man. Like
yeah.
with how they drew it, with like that face at Chronarch and everything, and just how all that stuff looked. Like honestly, that stuff could risk being really lame and stupid, but like it really was cool. You could tell that the artist like took some time like depicting it and like giving
Yeah.
it a certain feel. Like it felt like a lost like 80s like sci-fi movie. So I really liked
Yeah.
that stuff.
I think now that you mention that, this might have actually worked pretty decently for a Flash like movie in the 1980s.
Yeah, I could see it. Or like if they were doing like if Flash had, say, if like in an alternate universe Flash had gotten like an animated series. I could see that. I could see like
The
like a 2 episode
unspeakable
arc.
acts I would do for a Flash animated series is beyond mortal comprehension. But anyway, not to be a cop out, I'm gonna just fully agree with you on all of those
Yeah.
because I feel like yeah, you're right on all accounts, especially with the basketball scene.
So for lightning bolts, I mean, like it's pretty, kind of spooky and kind of like, it
Yeah,
had some stuff, some pathos with some of the characters and everything. It showed like what a good hero Wally is by still looking
using
out for
smart
Abra.
words on me now.
Yeah, so he I guess I would give it like a 3 point, like 3.5 out of
Yeah,
5 lightning bolts. Like it was really good.
yeah, I'm about the same. I'll stick it at 3.5, maybe just to be different, 3.8.
Nice. So, that being said, we were going to talk about, so this isn't just a review thing. We are going to kind of talk about some of our horror recommendations. I can go
Oh,
first if
yes.
you want, and then you can
I
go
mean, yeah,
next.
by all
All right.
means.
So, since it is comics, like we will recommend other stuff, obviously too,
Yeah.
like TV and other things. It doesn't necessarily all have to be comics. But for me, I have read like a few things, but the thing I would recommend people read is Batman. think it's Batman Vampire by Doug Mensch. I read that
Oh,
recently. Yeah, with the Joker and everything.
yeah, I know what you're
And
talking about. Y'all brought it up on a old superhero stuff you should know episode. That's the only reason I know of it.
yeah, and it's great. It's the art is like very moody and atmospheric. I would definitely recommend it for this time of year. Batman gets turned into a vampire, and I remember, and this is like spoilers, but also it's just a great scene that might sell you
Yeah.
on it. So there's a scene where Batman, this is how far gone he is. He turns into red mist, and because that's one of the things that Dracula can do,
Oh,
and
I thought
he
you meant from Kick-Ass. I was like, huh?
no, no. And he goes through like Arkham as like red mist, and
Ooh,
all of
shit.
the like prisoners in there are dead, and he
Oh
shows
my
up
God.
to Gordon and says it's done, like they're dead, like it's finished, basically
Holy shit.
like shut down Arkham and like, basically like take the bat symbol out, like it's over, is
Good
what he told him.
Lord. I
Yeah,
might
it's
need to
great.
read that.
Yeah, and so I definitely recommend that. On that same note, I would also recommend the Batman movie. I think it's Batman
You
versus
bastard.
Dracula.
I was just about to say Batman versus Dracula.
Oh yeah, go into it. Go into why
Okay,
you would
yes. So the Batman versus Dracula. Y'all don't know this because we don't talk about Batman very much. The 2004 Batman cartoon is my favorite adaptation of Batman. I like BTAS. I like Batman 2004 just a little bit more. But the Batman versus Dracula was the first and only straight to DVD released movie from that series. It's so good. Like the whole show overall is just so good. It's set like in between season 2 and 3, I think, because Gordon isn't introduced till the end of 3, I don't think, or
Yeah, it's
end
weird
of
like that,
2.
right? Like
Yeah,
it's
because
I
they had
remember
Yin
him.
and Bennett for most of the show, but like Joker at one point, if I remember right, it's been a while since I seen it, but Joker at one point I think gets turned into a vampire and like
Yes. Blood
Batman,
Bank.
yeah, yeah, Blood Bank, yeah. And it's like it they don't exactly show it, but you see like what looks to be blood like in that movie a fair few times. But yeah,
Oh,
and
dude,
it's
they do show it. They show that one scene where he's in the blood bank, and the
yeah,
little counter or the shelf of it gets knocked over, and like it just completely like it's black, but it just completely
you're right.
covers him all the way over his body, like it
You're right.
rains on him.
Yeah, I did forget about that. I remembered something about a blood bank in that movie, but I didn't exactly remember the fine details. But yes, that scene is one of the coolest moments in the movie. But
I couldn't believe they got away with that, like in
well, it's a straight to DVD movie. You have different rules than you do when you're on Cartoon
that's
Network.
fair.
But um
Or the
that's
kids
why
WB, that was a kids
oh yeah,
WB
Kids
show.
WB too. Yeah, you could get away with a lot more on Kids WB than you could on Cartoon Network. But yeah, if none of you have seen that, because not a lot of people have, not a lot of people know it exists, go find yourself a copy of it. You can like rent it on Prime Video. I own it on DVD.
It's free. It's free on
It
YouTube right
is?
now. If you
Oh
look it up
shit.
on YouTube, it's free. Like a lot of
Okay.
the WB animated stuff is free right now on YouTube. Free
Okay.
with ads, but if you have
Yeah.
premium, then it's just free, like
Yeah.
period. So you can just watch it.
Well, there you go. You can check that out. It also has my favorite fun fact about it, the first and only appearance of Vicky Vale in the Batman 2004 universe. She does not show up outside of that
That's
movie.
right.
She just disappears after that. I don't even think Bruce has a love interest after that
And
point.
she's closer to the comics in that
Yeah.
version because she has the red hair.
Yeah, she's got the red hair voiced by Tara Strong. Um, I think it was her. Could have been Hynden Walsh. I don't know. I get them confused sometimes. But
Someone will correct us if
yeah,
they feel
somebody
like it in the
somebody will say
comments.
it. But
Yeah.
yeah, highly, highly recommend it. Like I said, like Alex was saying, free on YouTube, or if you can find yourself a DVD copy of it, like I have,
Mhm.
um, pick it up. It is fantastic.
And you had another episode from the Batman you wanted to
Yeah,
talk.
my other recommendation is from the Batman 2004, again, as Alex said, and it is the episode Strange New Worlds. Basically, Hugo Strange convinces Batman that everyone in the world is turning into a zombie, and the only way to stop it is to use the antidote. You figure out Batman was hallucinating, And the thing he had in his hand that he thought was the antidote was going to be the thing that actually turned everybody into zombies. It rocks. Like I just love that season in general, and it's not just because it was a season that heavily features the Bat family, but rest assured that is one of the reasons I enjoy it. But that episode just overall like shows how important Batman
Yeah,
is to everyone in Gotham and like how important he is to Batgirl and Robin and Alfred and all this stuff and how important they are to him because even though they're zombies, he still doesn't want to hurt them. So it's like, okay, I guess this is my only option. But yeah, and it's a Hugo Strange episode. So
yeah,
that automatically gets it some points. I'm not as big of a Hugo Strange fan as your other co-host Ben from Superhero Stuff You Should Know, but I still like the guy. He's pretty
yeah.
freaking cool. But yeah, and he's voiced by Frank Gorshin in I don't know if he might have been passed away by that
I think he
season.
passed by season 4, but
Yeah,
'cause I think it's a
I
different voice.
yeah,
But
it's an impersonator, but he's
yeah,
doing that Frank Gorshin-y kind of voice. But yeah, that's also a phenomenal episode.
yeah, but definitely. And then mine, there's another one, and it's not a like a it's a superhero related thing. I don't know if you've ever seen the Goosebumps live action series.
I got shown it a couple of times in like elementary school, but I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Okay, so most of it is not good. Like there are books that
I
are
figured.
decent, and like some books that are pretty good. A lot of it is enjoyable, but like some of it are very good. Some of them are like kind of derivative. Um, but there is one that has a Batman in it in one of the episodes.
Oh
Adam
shit.
West plays a character in one
Oh,
of the episodes. So to give someone like a brief like kind of plot overview of this, the episode is called, I think it's called Attack of the Mutant, and
okay.
it's about like this nerdy comic book like guy who he's like a kid
Because
who's
of
really,
course.
yeah, he's really into comics, and these guys had buried in these comic books with like the Gazelle or something, I think the hero's name
Hmm.
is. And so like he's obsessed with this. He meets this girl on the bus, and somehow like what he's reading kind of like vaguely comes to life or something.
Oh shoot.
And so like he goes into the actual building that the mutant like owns basically, and gets like
Yeah.
held hostage
Whoa,
by the
damn.
mutant, and finds out that the girl that he's been following actually is the mutant.
Oh
And like
shit.
she morphs into him and everything. And then yeah,
That
he's got,
probably
I
looked
remember his
horrendous.
his creepy laugh and everything is the thing I remember. But the thing I really do remember is Cartoon Network used to have these ads, and this is when I first saw Adam West in a gazelle costume. So he's also being held hostage by the mutant, and he's like looking at him 'cause he mistakes him for his sidekick. He's like, "What are you doing? Don't you know you have to help me save the world?" Is what he
Don't
like
you know you have to help me save the universe?
Yeah, no, it's great because of how the ads were done. I'll send you like a link
Okay.
after this, but like they have like their Halloween like programming block, but they cut the thing like it was like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type thing where it had
Oh
like this
God.
grainy ass like filter effect over it, so it made everything just like night. So like it had like this creepy voice, but like nights of scares, this like crackly voice,
Oh
and
shit.
and like over like the Goosebumps thing, so it made like anything seem kind of creepy. It made it seem like a
Yeah.
70s like really like horrific kind of vibe to it for
Oh
like
God.
Cartoon Network used to do some really cool stuff with their ads, but that line reading has always stuck with me. I'm
Huh.
not going to spoil how the rest of the story
Okay.
goes, but like they're in some peril basically. But I do remember that and being like really cool that they got Adam West to
Yeah.
play like like in live action, like wear like, and
Yeah.
it's a shitty costume, but like
Yeah,
wear
I
that.
just Googled it.
Yeah, it's rough, right?
Yeah, rough is putting it lightly.
But yeah, like it's enjoyable, and if you watch it, you kind of watch it with the mindset of these people didn't really have that much money, and what they were able to pull off is impressive given that.
Yeah.
There is one episode actually, and this is kind of like while I'm thinking of it of Goosebumps that is really good. It's called The Haunted Mask, and
Okay.
it's the one where this girl she like she goes to this Halloween store and she puts on this like green like this like real it's got like these like this creepy like teeth like these sharp teeth to it,
Oh, okay.
and she puts it on as like little girl, and she's like cool, it looks great, like she's like this is gonna like be
Yeah.
great for trick-or-treating, I'm gonna get so much candy, and then she goes to take it off and she's freaking out, she's like it won't come off, like the
Oh
mask
God.
is stuck on her, and
So
like
it's
then
like The Mask.
yeah, and then I think it eventually comes off, but like the thing is she's aware and you can hear her voice from under it, but it'll start talking. Like the thing will start like
Oh
talking and
shit.
saying awful stuff, but in her voice,
Oh, that sounds
basically.
creepy.
Yeah, it's good. Like it's actually a really good
Oh,
episode.
might need to watch that just out of curiosity's sakes.
Yeah, and Ryan Gosling is in one of them too, like
What
as
the
a
fuck?
child. Yeah, he's in one of the early ones. Yeah, man.
Are they self-contained
Yeah, they're
stories? Like,
self-contained.
okay.
Yeah, you can kind of
Okay.
just watch where it's kind of like Twilight Zone esque. Man, they should put that on the box. Goosebumps is Twilight Zone esque flashbacks. That would give them so much more
Just put that
clicks.
as the quote on our
Yeah,
fucking show banner on freaking
the blurb.
Spotify.
No, the
Yeah.
blurb for the back of their box to try to sell
Yes.
copies.
Yes. For the Flashbacks podcast box set, we just put that as the tag.
Yeah, because you always do see these random ass like quotes on the back, especially if it's not like a very good movie. You see
Yeah.
like
Hold on.
a delight.
Yeah, I've got some DVDs over next to me, but I don't know if any of them have quotes on them on the back.
Yeah, like there's one where it's like if you know they're not very good, there's like a pull quote that says like a fun ride, and it will be like from a radio station
Yeah,
that
the
you've never
best
heard
movie
of.
of the year by IGN. Yeah, definitely don't trust that nonsense.
The
That
best
review's fucking garbage.
the best review the best movie of that I've ever seen by Big Guzzler 6969.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
That's
Oh my God.
basically like what yeah,
Pretty
some of them.
much.
I
And
saw
they
one time where it was just a username on the back. I was like, what the fuck? Like
I've seen that before too. I don't remember what movie it was, but I saw it on something in like the fucking $5 bargain bin at Walmart once when I was a kid. I was like, who is named that? Because I didn't understand how usernames worked back
or
then. So I was just like,
certified fresh, and it's just like that's not really that
doesn't mean
hard to do.
much.
It's an aggregator, like it's like for Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. But yeah, so like there's other stuff too that I would recommend. And just going briefly out of superhero stuff. Have you played any like horror like video games before?
Some,
Okay. Um
like I played Phasmophobia, Lethal Company, Repo, Dead
what
by
is
Daylight.
Phasmophobia? Is that like a team game or
It's a team game where you're basically just looking for like spirits. So you'll be assigned, you'll go into this random house and you have to get gear, like specific gear like a dots projector or a spirit box or an EMF reader from the van, go into the house and you have like this menu you can look at of this book. It has information about the ghost so you can talk to it, but it also has like different types of ghosts and you have to, based on information you collect, guess which one it is. It's very fun, but also very scary. And it's a proximity chat game.
oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think I've heard of that. I think Markiplier probably played that at
Mark
one
has
point. Yeah,
played it, yeah. I
yeah.
have also done one video of it on my channel. It's not very
Nice.
good, but I have one.
Hey, gotta start somewhere. But yeah, and so like I've played like Slender, like I played that game
I've heard of
back in the
that
day.
game.
Yeah, it's good. I was there during the height of that. I
Oh,
played.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Duh. I played
Oh,
that.
nice. Yeah, I have my Amanda's cousin, I think. She likes the movie. I don't know if she's a fan of the game necessarily, but
Um,
they really like that movie. I
yeah,
haven't seen it.
my girlfriend loves just Five Nights at Freddy's in general. She liked the movie, she loves the games,
I
all
was
that sort
there
of
during
stuff.
the height of it, man. Like
I
I was
was
working at
too. I was
Carowinds.
Well, I wasn't like reading the lore, but it was all over my freaking middle schools. Like we had an indoor recess one day. My buddy pulls out his
Mm.
phone, starts playing FNAF 2. I was like, "Dog, I'm over here on my DS playing Scribblenauts."
But yeah, like I remember the height of that stuff and like creepypasta. I had a friend that he's actually on my old YouTube videos. I was actually talking to him recently, Tyree, but like
Yeah.
we would just talk, he would talk about a lot of that stuff. He's really into creepypastas and like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I
And
had
then
friends who were into all that, like Sonic.exe and all
oh
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, but and then like he just talked about that. But yeah, the Slender Man, I was there during the inception of that stuff, and then like the Marble Hornets, which was a web series that like I don't know if it holds up now, but it's like a found footage land kind
Oh,
of web series.
okay.
I have the DVD set, but like it's
Oh,
not the cool
damn.
thing about the DVD set is it's not available anymore. Like you can still watch
Oh,
the YouTube, all the YouTube stuff is
yeah.
still there, but that one has commentary on all of their episodes, but it's just YouTube guys who made it's still really
Yeah.
effective and really good. But
Yeah.
the whole thing of like you watching it and being like, oh, this could be real instantly falls apart as soon as you listen to their commentary because it's just like goofy, probably college age guys who are just
Yeah.
joking over the whole thing, but it's like kind
Yeah.
of really endearing. I gotta
S-
break that out at some point
Speaking
and watch
of
it.
slightly off topic, but
Yeah,
kind of
sure.
tangentially related, have you seen, I forget what the exact title is, but are you familiar in any sort of way with Critical Role?
My friend Trip is really into it.
Okay, so Marisha Ray, one of the ladies in the Critical Role stuff, played Batgirl in her own fucking web series. She played Stephanie Brown Batgirl in a live
Oh,
action web series, and Matt Mercer was Batman. I've seen one episode of it.
weren't they in that dispatch thing? Like one of them
Yeah,
is
they're
in.
in Matt Mercer's in Dispatch. I'm gonna start playing that for my gaming
Yeah,
channel soon, so no spoilers in the comments, people. But yeah,
I
there's a
want to
ton
play
of
it. It's like Telltale-esque is
it's
what
made
I've seen.
by ex-Telltale devs, like people who worked on Batman, Wolf Among Us, Walking
That
Dead.
broke my heart
I know.
when they because I in my head I was just like I would do anything to work at a place, just the stories they would tell, like The
Yes.
Walking Dead. I remember, speaking of, hey, scary, going back to scary
Oh yeah.
games, the Walking Dead games where I didn't play. I think I definitely played the first one
I
like
didn't fucking
everyone
play any
did.
of them.
Yeah, and I played the second one, and then I think I got a quarter of the way into like I think the third one or something, and then
Okay.
like I either like because this was the time where I didn't really have like a lot of money, so like it was when I was younger, and so I
Yeah,
think I probably either A lost interest or B like kind of just I might have gotten busy or didn't have money
probably.
to get the next one.
Play
I don't
the we were
remember.
talking about this off mic. We were like joking back and forth. You
Mhm.
ever play the Back to the Future game?
Oh, I have it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
I played it when I was a kid, and that was before I was really like as into stories as I am. So I was expecting like a third person action game. Don't know why, because I don't think that would work for a Back to the Future game, but it was more of like a Telltale-y
Like a
sort of thing.
shooter. That'd be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you're like playing it. Well, it could work if they do the Old West thing where you're like cowboy Marty and Doc and you're
For
just
like a
shooting
level,
motherfuckers.
maybe.
Yeah, but no, so I thought it was stupid when I was a kid, and then I went back and I watched a YouTube playthrough of it. I'm like, why did I hate this? Like this is literally just Back to the Future 4. It's
Yeah, it's solid.
awesome.
Yeah, it's the closest we'll probably. The thing I respect about that too is they did get an impersonator for Marty, but like
Yeah,
that guy, I wonder what he's doing today, man.
I
Because
don't
like
know.
I don't know, because he's like I never thought I'd be able to use my impression as like when
Yeah,
he was interviewed for it, but that was just some guy. Like then they put
yeah.
him in that role, and as far as
Well,
I know, he
in
might still be doing stuff, but who
maybe.
knows?
I know in the original copy, because there was like the regular copy and then like the deluxe version and the remastered one that was on
There's
like
a remastered
Xbox.
one.
Well, I don't know if it's a remastered, but it's like the next gen for Xbox One, PS4, all
I
that
have the
kind of stuff.
PS4 one.
Okay, so I think in the 360 and PS3 version, some of the original copies, Thomas F. Wilson was not the voice of Biff. It is some random motherfucker. And
Really?
I saw it in the YouTube playthrough I was watching. I was like, that's not him. And then I Google it and it's like, oh yeah, he later expressed interest in the game, so they
Huh.
re-recorded the stuff and just put him in the game.
That's interesting. I'll have to go back with like an ear for that, or just like I'm sure there's videos online that have the
Yeah,
side
there
by
are.
side comparisons.
Yeah, there are. I watched a
Have you
couple of
ever
them.
seen the? Because we're just like we're gonna still talk about scary stuff. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen the cartoon?
No. There's a Back to
It's
the
not
Future cartoon.
it's if you want to watch it just for the curiosity of it, I would say go watch it, but it's not great. Like I saw it.
Okay.
If you own the so like the deluxe like 3 disc edition,
I have that. I have
it
a
comes with the
copy.
cartoon.
Does it? I have a copy of Back
I
to the
have the
Future. It's
Christmas
like,
special somewhere. They did a
oh
Christmas special
shit.
of Back to the Future, the cartoon. But
Hmm.
the cool thing is it has Doc Brown in it, like the Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah, it's got
for
Christopher Lloyd.
like a segment where it's him in live action, and he'll be like,
Oh shit.
"Oh, today we're gonna learn about physics.
We're going to learn about quantum physics.
I have my assistant, Bill Nye, here to help me with the thing." But it was Bill Nye before he was famous.
Oh shit.
That made him famous. It was
Oh
from
my
like
gosh.
a cable access thing that Bill Nye did before he was
That's
famous, and
crazy.
they bought the rights for that footage. So like
No fucking way.
he refers to Bill Nye, but Bill Nye never acknowledges him in any
Oh,
way. It's one of those things where they just use the footage as if like he's
yeah.
addressing him. Yeah.
Yeah, damn. No, I I used to love when they would do that when I would watch like to me their older shows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I don't know how familiar you are with this elite piece of cinema. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show, the cartoon, has live action segments that go
Believe it
into
or not,
like
that was before my time.
I it might have actually been. I think it
That
started
was
in
the
the 80s.
80s. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
before my
but
time.
yeah, it had like live action like Mario
Mm-hmm.
and Luigi. It was the same voice actors, and then it would just go into the animation after a while. I think it was like 5 minutes of live action, then it went to animation. And they stopped doing that now, and I'm kind of upset by that because I used to love that as a kid. Like there's this show Elliot Moose. It was a mascot show. So it'd be like people in mascot
Hmm.
suits for like 10 minutes and then 10 minutes of cartoon.
Yeah. Now I don't know if you're like, because for me, I think the older I've gone into this with like I did like a Halloween special back on What Mean back in the
Yeah.
day, like a 2-part thing. But I when I was younger, I used to be a lot more easily scared
Oh,
than I
yeah.
am now. I used to have like a weird thing though. Well, like it wouldn't be normal stuff. It'd be like audio stuff sometimes, like certain audio stuff. If
Yeah.
there was like a creepy, like an old Batman the animated series where they would do like they examine the audio or something, and there would be
Oh,
like a
yeah.
creepy element to it, that would freak me out, and I
Like
had
the
no
man
idea
bat
why.
thing when he's like, oh, the bat
That
sound
one's
is a
creepy
combination of
too.
these two.
Or the Joker victims used to, but that's a visual
Oh,
thing that freaked me out
dude.
as a kid.
In, I think it's Be a Clown, where the mayor's kid stows away in the back of Joker's car when he
Mm,
pretends to be like a birthday clown, and Joker
yeah,
gets close to the screen and he's like, you did what? That used
yeah.
to terrify me when I was a
Joker
kid.
used to be creepy, man, when like we were kids, especially
In
like
Arkham, the Arkham, well, not
oh
necessarily
yeah.
like Origins and
Oh
Night, but
yeah, that was
Asylum and
another
City,
thing.
he is fucking terrifying.
That was another thing I was gonna ask you. So like I've been replaying like to finish that thought from earlier, I used to get a lot more scared because I was
Yeah,
underexposed to like a lot of different kinds of horror.
yeah,
So like
same.
a lot of stuff would scare me a lot more than it probably should. But
Yeah, same. Still kind of that way now. It just depends.
yeah, so I've been playing like because we were gonna maybe talk about like some horror games. So I played Outlast before, and
Oh
that's
shit.
creepy where I gotta take breaks. I own it, but
I watched my buddy play Outlast.
it's
Yeah, that shit
freaky.
is terrifying. And my friends all want me to play the Outlast Trials, which is like a multiplayer game. I played a little bit of it at their house, and I'm like, I think I'm good.
Well, Slender, if you ever play Slender, like either the Arrival or whatever, the thing with that game is it's so atmospheric, but the original was so low res. But like
Oh,
you're just I don't know if you've ever seen any footage from it.
I I might have in like passing, like as a clip on TikTok or something.
So what it is you're and I'll get back to the thought I had earlier in a minute, but like
Yeah.
you're wandering around like like it opens up and you're in the woods, basically,
Okay, already kind of creepy.
and your goal is to find like 6 pages of like this like throughout the whole place. So
Yeah,
there's like oil tankers, a bunch of other places, so you go through and try to find it, and it starts out normal where there's not like a lot of sound or anything.
yeah.
But as you go on, you collect different things. There's a bathroom there where you like collect a page from. There's like you'll hear stuff in the background, like you'll hear like a beating
Oh
noise or something, like
God.
someone's beating against like the tin or something. And
Uh.
as you turn, like sometimes you'll just see like Slender Man just standing there, and then like if you stare at him
Oh
too long,
Lord.
he'll get up there and then you'll like disappear. But like the more, because you're holding a camera, the more you move around and stuff, if he's close, the camera will start going
Yeah.
staticky.
Oh shit.
Basically, yeah. So it's freaky. So like
Dude,
the
I get freaked out. Again, not to promote my gaming stuff. I played Five Nights at Freddy's recently. I
yeah,
recorded it. I was originally going to do them all throughout the month of October. October's been super busy for me, so I haven't
yeah,
like had the want or the drive to sit down and play a scary game. But I did one episode, terrified me.
yeah. So the more you do though, the more like intense it gets to where like you're
Okay.
almost being like overwhelmed and everything. I definitely
Yeah.
recommend that. But yeah, what I was gonna ask you though was, so like I've been recently, I think this is true with the Arkham games. Arkham Asylum is kind of a good game to play for Halloween.
Yeah, it's the perfect Halloween game. I was literally just thinking about that. Yeah, it's one of the probably only good Halloween games I've played because I played like kids games when I was younger that were like Halloween themed, but
Yeah.
they were like shitty one-offs. But yeah, Arkham Asylum is definitely one of the greatest Halloween games, especially like spoilers, I guess, for a decade plus old
It's
game,
fine. If they haven't
but
played it, yeah, it's
the
their fault.
Scarecrow segments where you like at one point you go into the Arkham morgue. There are three body bags.
Yeah.
One's Thomas, one's Martha, the other's Scarecrow, and he's basically like, "Boo, bitch." That was one of my favorite segments of the game when I first played it. I was just like, "That's fucking
Or the
terrifying."
part where, because you're probably too young to remember this, but the part where there's obviously it's that part where it's like, did anyone catch the game, blah blah blah, and then like
Did anyone catch the game last night?
yeah, and then like the game looks like it crashes for a second, and the
Yeah.
red ring of death was
No, I
such a
know what
big
that is.
thing for Xbox 360.
Oh
So like
yeah.
a lot of gamers back then freaked out. They're like, nice. They're like, did my game crash? And then like all of
Yeah.
a sudden it goes and like, shows it from like where Joker is taken over. Like great stuff, like brilliant
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, the first
I
time
hate
I
the Killer Croc stuff though, bro.
the level itself is kind of yeah, pain in the ass. It's very
It gets
repetitive.
annoying.
Yeah, it goes on for longer than it needs, or it feels like it goes on longer than it needs to. I did have a funny moment in my Arkham Asylum Let's Play. I don't recommend people watch that. I sound bored and depressed because I recorded it right off high school, like I would record it right after classes. So I was both of those things, but um the I had one moment where I'm doing the croc boss. He's running away. I run on like the corner of one of the wood platforms and he just like floats for a minute. So I made a joke that Batman was Jesus and I did like this whole musical gag where I just went Bat Jesus and I photoshopped Batman's head onto Jesus. It was
Nice.
hilarious to me. But yeah, that's the only memorable moment from the Killer Croc boss was from that Let's Play.
That's cool though. But yeah. Yeah, it's honestly like a great game. The atmosphere is amazing, and that like it's
Yeah.
amazing in all the games, but like that one especially, like it's so contained and it's so like claustrophobic and everything,
Yeah,
and
'cause it was
honestly great.
yeah, 'cause I got nothing against the Arkham sequels except for Arkham Knight,
No,
but the it was never meant to be a sequelized game. It was just kind of a one-off, like mature version of Batman the Animated Series.
that's why a
Basically,
lot of the characters have their whole like backstories. Like with Hugo
yeah,
Strange, you get like his whole thing summed up, even though like later on there's some stuff that like obviously doesn't line up with that plot
yeah,
description, but
and
it's a plot description of him in the comics, not necessarily him in that game.
yeah, it was, and that's one thing I will criticize about the Arkham sequels is like that shit's worthless because like you collect like say I don't know a bio for a character that's not in Arkham Asylum, and it will say these things. Come Arkham City, you meet that
Or like with
character.
the
It's like,
penguin.
yeah, the Penguin, and it's like, okay, well, Penguin's bio says this, but in Arkham City, this happens that contradicts this.
And he has a
What the fuck?
monocle, even though in the thing, the whole thing of him with the monocle was like the glass was jabbed, or the glass bottle was
To
jabbed
be
into his
fair, I can
eye.
excuse that because in this little gem right here, Arkham Origins, he does have the monocle.
Does he? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
I think so. Hold on, let me look up his character design, but I thought he had the monocle in
I don't think
Origins.
he does. I think that he is monocle-less in that one.
You might be right. Arkham Origins Penguin. Okay, yeah, I was hallucinating then. Yeah, he just does not have the monocle in that game. You know what I was thinking of?
What?
Gotham Knights. I was thinking of Gotham Knights where he's got the monocle.
Gotham Knights is great, by the way.
Gotham Knights is a
Underrated
good
ass
game.
game.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is also kind of a good Halloween game because it deals with like
Yeah.
zombies and spookily dookily shit.
Or hey, it's they even say it happy fucking Halloween, but like
Yeah, happy fucking
the
Halloween.
Batman. The
That's
Batman's a great
that
Halloween
is my
movie.
Halloween movie. I watch that every year, although I haven't this year, and I've got limited time, so I might have to watch it tonight or tomorrow. But
Nice.
yeah, it's a movie I watch every year. I love that movie. You want me to go into my last recommendation?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so my last thing is very nostalgic to me because it was on a collection of episodes I had when I was a kid, and that's Batman the Brave and the Bold, the seventh episode of the first season, Dawn of the Dead Man. Um,
Nice
and
title. I like
yes,
that.
tangentially related sort of to The Flash because Michael fucking Rosenbaum is the voice of Dead Man in
Oh,
that
nice.
episode. And yeah, it was in a collection of a bunch of episodes of Brave and the Bold I had as a kid. It's how I got introduced to characters like Green Arrow and Speedy and Ted Kord and Jaime Reyes and like and the Outsiders. So it was just a bunch of like random episodes, but the Dead Man one always stuck out to me because it's very like gloomy in aesthetics and the
Ooh,
whole thing
nice.
is like gentleman ghost buried Batman alive, but
Fucking
and
gentleman ghost.
I fucking hate Gentleman Ghost, but
He's so
there's
dumb. I like him
there's
though.
one part that was so goofy when I watched it recently, and Batman is like in the grave doing this type of pose, like the arms across his chest, and he goes, I learned an ancient technique from the monks that allows me to spiritually exit my body without dying or something. Like he's
He astral projects.
literally, yeah, he becomes a ghost and he can see Dead Man, and he's like, "Hey, I need help to get back into my body." Dead Man's like, "Fucking join the club, dude." But yeah, there's one point where, and he has a limited time to do it, otherwise he will actually die. And there's one point where when him and Dead Man are like flying to go get help from Green Arrow and Speedy, the
Mhm.
moon like shines brighter. Thomas and Martha come out of it and start calling to Bruce. They're like, "It's your time. Come on."
Like in
Like,
Arkham City where
yeah,
he's
like in
coming out
Arkham
of
City
the
where he's
sewer
dying
grate
and he's
thing.
like
Yeah.
reaching for his parents, but yeah, he genuinely considers it and Dead Man's like, "Hey, Mac, you don't want to do that, 'cause if you go, you don't come back for
Yeah.
real." And Batman's like, "Okay, let's go find Green Arrow and Speedy."
Fine, I guess I'll live.
Yeah, and so Batman takes over Green Arrow, and it was the funniest thing because Green Arrow used to get called a Batman copycat in his original like comics appearance. So Batman possesses Green Arrow, and Speedy just thinks it's Ollie pretending to be Batman. And so Batman jumps into to Speedy's body, or maybe he just possesses Speedy. I can't remember, but it stuck out to me because I remember Speedy going, "Listen, you smug jerk, I'm Batman." And no, that's what it was. He possesses Speedy first and then Green Arrow because Green Arrow starts making fun of Batman while he's in Speedy's body. Like, no, 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 kid, you're doing the impression wrong. It goes like this: I'm Batman, and these are my hammers of justice. And he's like, he's just being an asshole. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, basically, they fight Gentleman Ghost. They win. Batman lives, and Dead Man just goes on. But the ending is like Batman and him are on like some kind of ship, I
Hmm.
guess, and they're fighting like these mobsters because they have a connection to the man who killed Dead Man. So Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites for Brave and the Bold. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Nice. I might have to. I think I have definitely. That sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
have
don't
seen that.
remember the ins and outs of the Green Arrow stuff. I just remember I thought it was hilarious as a kid.
Yeah. This isn't like because I'm looking over at Teen Titans now. This isn't necessarily
Oh.
like a spooky or like a straight up one. I have two recommendations. So like I'd recommend the one like the Trigon one where he showed up, that whole thing
Oh.
where Raven and Trigon, that whole
Yeah.
plot line is great. And then the one where it's Slade is allegedly like there and like Robin is
Yes, where
haunted by
Robin's
him.
hallucinating Slay. Oh my, that
Yeah, that
episode is
one's a
so
great
good.
episode and kind of creepy too. But yeah, that's it for recommendations
Yeah.
for me. And then
Well,
all
yeah.
that being said, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh, everybody.
Oh,
But yeah,
jack-o'-lantern.
yeah, jack-o'-lantern.
Have you seen that video?
No.
It's a video of Shaquille O'Neal and he like gets some like donuts or cookies or something and he just presents them to the camera and he goes, "The jack-o'-lantern." Mwah!
What the hell? But
I know it was weird.
yeah, so I guess we'll do our plugs. You can go first, and then I'll do my thing, and then I guess we'll go back into the Speed Force.
All right. So, you guys know you can catch me here, Flashbacks, a Flash Rewatch podcast. If you want to see, other stuff of me outside the show talking nerd shit, um, the TISMO Talks, a comic book podcast. Haven't done an episode for a while, but I've got two ready. Um,
It's
so
undead.
I know it's rising from the dead like Batman does in Day
A
of Dawn
creepy
of the Dead Man.
corpse.
I know, literally at this point, but yeah, in fitting ties to my costume, the one episode I have done that I'm gonna upload at some point was recorded back in like July or August. It was my Superman review. It was off the cuff. I was just speaking into this microphone right here, my HyperX, and just talking my thoughts on Superman. Um, that's edited, ready to go. Just need to get off my ass and upload it.
Cool.
So that'll probably come soon. I have another podcast that I'm trying to do. It's just a matter of scheduling with my co-host, who's also a friend and coworker of mine.
You ready to say the
Um,
name, or you were you
Yes,
ready? That
yes,
all right?
yes.
Here we
Because I
go.
have the Spotify page and everything for it. It's going to be called the Spirit of Arkham podcast. Very
Nice. Can't
fitting
wait.
for Halloween and stuff. Basically, my plan for it is an in-depth look at everything. I mean, literally everything from the Arkham universe. That could mean comics, whether they're canon or not, action figures, other random pieces of merch, the old mobile games, the skins in Injustice, that sort of thing. The movie Assault on Arkham. We're not talking about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, though. That's where I draw the line. That's
Non-canon.
that's not canon to any sense of the Arkham timeline because fuck that game. But
Yeah.
yeah, I plan to get
I
that started
respect that.
soon.
Honestly, I respect that. That's, good for you guys for
Yeah.
drawing the line there.
I've well, it's more so me because my buddy was like, "Look, I've never done podcasts before, so this is pretty much your thing, like in terms of what we do." And I'm like, "All right, we're not talking about Suicide Squad." He's gonna have to force me to talk about Arkham Knight because between the two of us, he's more of a fan of that game. He's gonna kill me if he listens to this for slandering Arkham Knight. But regardless, I've got that. No idea when it's gonna start. I know we have concurrent days off. It's just a matter of figuring out when we're not doing something on one of our days off to actually
Cool.
record it. I debated recording episodes at work, but there's too much background noise and
I
it would
hear
just
you.
piss me off. So,
You want it to sound
um,
professional though too.
yeah, somewhat professional, even though that's going to be like one of the most laid back podcasts that I have. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna start that soon. I got my gaming channel, Zerd Games. That's like my main squeeze. That's my passion. I'm trying to grow that channel now. It's somewhat working. I've actually seen a lot more subscribers recently, so if any of you
Cool.
listen, thank you to all of you who subscribe. Shout out to the boys at Badology, which is another YouTube channel. I've been talking to those guys recently. They're a relatively smaller channel. They do gaming stuff too. I recommended this podcast to them because they're also superhero guys. So any of you who are
Cool.
listening, what's up? Um, and
Shout out.
Yeah, literally. Um, but yeah, right now, I'm just kind of playing through Lego Batman, the video game. Also has very dark and spooky aesthetics. I have one episode on Five Nights at Freddy's just 'cause I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do this at least once. Um, and then pretty soon, I am going to start uploading videos on
Nice.
Batman Arkham Origins. I'm probably not going to start uploading episodes till like December because it's a Christmas game. So yeah,
That's
that'll
right.
come soon. And then the other Let's Plays that I want to do is the Hulk 2003 tie-in game. Yeah, I have that. It's not the greatest game in the world, but like it's relatively fun. And then Dispatch, that brand new game we were talking about earlier. I really want to play that on the channel because it looks like so much fucking fun, but I don't want to play it without recording it. I bought it, I have it downloaded. I just need to get
Cool.
off my ass and record it. Seems to be a common theme with me. Haven't made much progress on my brick film, Lego Superman Invasion. Just been kind of busy. Been doing more stuff with
Gotcha.
the gaming channel, trying to get caught up on that. I've done voice acting work for Minnow Films. They actually have a Halloween special coming out this year where I played Robin and I played Man-Bat. I was doing a terrible Michael J. Fox impression for for Kirk Langstrom. Um, but yeah, it was that I played Tim Drake and Kirk Langstrom in the same video. You can tell it's me because I try to do a different voice for Tim, but it never comes out sounding right. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, I've done multiple character voices on that YouTube channel. I've done Nightwing, all of the Robins, their own original version of Red Hood called the White Knight. I played that character. I've
Cool.
done Spider-Man, and I got to call the Joker gay because I did the, that's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you? I did that.
Ah.
It's very problematic line. I was not trying to be like,
No, you're good, man.
homophobic when I said it. I was just like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, no, you're
So
good.
I'm
You're
putting
good,
this in
bro.
here. But yeah, I've done that. I'm also I was waiting for new parts for my computer so it would run fucking faster because
Yeah.
before it was just molasses. So I'm going to start writing more things like that Spider-Man series they're doing.
Cool.
We're also working on our own Batman Lego parody video. It's our own take on the three Jokers. So
Mhm.
that will be fun. Um, I like not to sound like a douchebag. I sort of came up with the premise behind the video. Like it was my idea. I was just like, hey, I want to write this. So yeah, I'm slowly chipping away at that. And I've done more voice acting for Newverse Creative. Um, I will tell you something cool, Alex, when we stop recording. But yeah, it
Cool.
relates to this, but it's yeah, I love doing voices for Tim at Newverse Creative and
Awesome.
the upcoming project that he has, I am the lead of. And the costume is totally not a hint. I didn't wear this on purpose, but
Cool.
yeah, so there's that. I've done some like random other stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
remember the titles of any of them. I've done so many like not to brag, done so many voice acting things. I don't fucking remember what I have and haven't done. Um, and I think that's all my plugs. Like my social media for Zerd Games is all in my link tree on that channel. So if you want to follow any of those, you want to subscribe to that YouTube channel, please do. That would be awesome. Anyway, yeah, I'll
Cool.
hand it over to you now, Alex,
All
because I
right.
have so much shit.
Yeah, it's all right. But so anyway, you guys know me. Flashbacks, Flash Rewatch podcast. We review every single episode of CW Flash. Unless we don't, like this one, we kind of did the
Like
comic thing.
today, yeah.
Yeah, and we occasionally use scripts or other stuff. But yeah,
I still want to do Brave and the Bold.
yeah, we could definitely figure that out in the future. But so yeah, coming up, we are gonna be reviewing the next episode, and then the rest of this should actually, we promise this time, be our episode
Yeah.
by episode coverage. But
Unless we find some excuse to postpone it again and we cover Cold Hearted from Young Justice instead.
we'll get to that one eventually. But So we also have Night of the Batman, where we review everything Batman related. Stay tuned for that one. We have a cool crossover coming up with Men of Steel, which the first part can be found on their channel. We review Batman and Superman, World's Finest, this
Nice.
comic, which is by Carl Kessel. So it's like a 10-year thing where it like takes place over 10 years and you see like their friendship grow and
Oh.
evolve in like different time periods in their life.
Hmm.
So it was written in the 90s, pretty cool. So like the first part will be on his podcast, second part on ours. We had a lot of fun recording that, so look forward to that. And then we have like superhero stuff you should know. If superhero stuff is your thing, then you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
We do like a lot of script deep dives, interviews, that kind of basically just like get into the nitty gritty of
You
like,
guys have also done some Flash stuff over there too.
yeah. And like just kind of get into the behind the scenes material of a lot of the superhero
Yeah.
content. But yeah, and unmade stuff. We do a lot of unmade things.
Oh yeah. A lot of
Um
concept arts.
Yeah. And then what mean that's more of just a vague, we cover movies, TV, one day music, but like definitely go check that
That'd be
out.
interesting.
We're actually going to be covering whenever me and Trip can figure out a day to do it. We're going to do the first draft. I'm going to do a breakdown and review of the first draft of Back to the Future, where we're going to
Oh,
compare and contrast it. It's more different than you would realize. And actually it's good, but it's there's a meaner edge to it is what I'll
ooh,
say, with like Doc and how he acts, and also
oh,
Marty. Like there's an edge to them, and
hmm.
Marty's a little bit more like
Of a
more of a
dick?
he's more of a delinquent in
Oh,
that. Like he does some like sketchier stuff in that
does he
version.
graffiti anything?
He just they pirate movies. That's one of the thing.
That's right. Either
Yeah.
you told me about that or I read that somewhere. That, yeah, that always made me laugh because I'm like, what?
Yeah, they have an operation where they pirate movies. There's some other
My God.
interesting there's some interesting different ways how they like, some of it is the same, but like how they approach it is different. Like it's interesting what they do. That's the famous one where they have like the
The
refrigerator
fridge.
thing, which if you go back in What Means catalog, we did a review, or no, a commentary on the first movie, me and
I need
Chase.
to listen to this.
It's hilarious. There's a moment where we talk about the refrigerator and how, can you imagine like at comic conventions, because like people will do replicas of stuff, like
Yeah.
someone like tricking out like a refrigerator and they'd be like, will you close me in the refrigerator, but ow, like the refrigerator isn't big enough
Oh,
for them to
yeah.
fit in, and like it clips their
Oh,
leg or something.
I'm gonna
Like,
buy an old refrigerator just for that sole purpose
yeah,
now.
some heavy ass like leaky refrigerator in the middle
Yeah.
of a Comic-Con floor. Yeah, they made the right choice making it a car. But
Yeah. Do you know their reasoning for that?
because it was like cheaper basically
Well,
than,
because they didn't want kids climbing into refrigerators trying to pretend to travel through time. That's what I read is
that
like,
was yeah, I could see that too.
yeah,
But yeah, that's so yeah, look forward to that. And then we have Tangential Exchange. That one's our most laid back one. That one's the closest to what a hangout with me and my friend would be, over like just a
yeah.
couple drinks, and we
Get you
just try
one
and
of
make each other
these.
laugh. Oh,
Don't ask why I
nice.
have this in here. I am 21 years of age,
Yeah,
visual audience, even though
he's
I don't
not. He's
look it.
lying to you.
Hey, you shut the fuck up. But yeah, no, these are actually really good. I bought one of
Nice,
these the other day and I have not drank it. It's been in my room for like 2 days. It's still
nice.
closed, so it's
I'm more
probably
of a
tasty.
more of a wine man myself, but
See, and I haven't tried that yet.
yeah, cool. Wine is good. But yeah. So anyway, you didn't come here to hear this.
No, you
So
didn't come here to hear us talk about drinking.
yeah, no. But so all that being said, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. We
We
will
will
see
see
you in
you
the
in the
Speed
Speed
Force.
Force.
Woo! Ha ha ha
Wah
ha.
ha ha ha, the jack-o'-lantern. Mwah.
The fuck?
I just have to do that every time, man.
Yes.